All right, we are live, my friend. How are you this morning, Mr. Brown? We are live. How are you this morning?
I'm better than good, better than most, and sometimes even better than that. It's a plum pleasing pleasure as well as a privilege to be able to talk with you. Ladies and gentlemen, this young man, Charles Vest, he's an author, he's a speaker, he's an entrepreneur, and he's my very good friend. And he has, I think, has written a book that I feel that everybody needs right now. If you are serious about controlling your own personal economy, your ability to sell is very important. He has a concept, an approach that's very unique. Would you please, Charles, share with us the title of your book, why you came up with that title, and what's so unique about your style of selling?
Thank you, Mr. Brown. And obviously, the reason why I even got the notion to write a book is the first time I had an actual opportunity to be a special guest at one of your events in Florida, you might recall. And and you said, Charles Vest is out there? And you sent one of your guys to go get me. And I was walking by about 100 people that were in line to see you, and they escorted me by them all. And I felt pretty good about myself. And so when I saw you inside that special room, you said, Charles, you've got to write a book, and I'm going to give you the forward. And that's all I needed to hear. So that was the catalyst that got me started. And so I thought, well, what could I write a book about? Well, how about sales? How about the simplicity of my 30 years of experience in sales? And let's not make it so that, you have to have a calculator to figure out how to say something to another person. Let's just keep it simple. Let's call it Ninja Sales Secrets. That's what it's called. And that's what it's about. It's just simple things that we've known for the last 30 years on how to interact with people, especially in the beginning of the sales process, and how to get raving fans, just like you do.
Einstein said that genius is the capacity to make the complicated simple. And a lot of people make selling complicated. And you now, with this new book that you have written, Ninja Sales Secrets, you have now simplified the process. Let's focus on that simplicity.
Sure.
What is it that's unique about your approach versus others?
Well, I found myself after 30 years of sales in a room filled with sales folks. They were professional, they had graduates, degrees, and they knew nothing about communicating to another human being about their products and services. It was like X's and O's to them. And they were wondering how it was that I was actually, at the top of the leaderboard because I was just connecting with folks. And so I realized that this is something that's not taught in school. It's not taught in college. It's barely even taught at home anymore. How about just using the word thank you often? And that's something that has really helped out with making a connection. Someone makes a suggestion to you that's a prospect or potential customer, and for you just to say, well, thank you for saying that. I appreciate that. Changes the whole vibration of the sale. It's a simple thing, I know. And people are listening now going, well, of course you're going to use that word. You'll be surprised at how many people never say thank you in the conversation. And so it's simple things like that. How about just the use of someone's name when you're talking to them, and to remember that you know their name, and that's important too. So lots of simple things. It gets a little more complex. There's 20 different secrets in there, but most of them you're going to say, oh, I knew that. Why don't I use that?
Okay, now, but there's something else about you, your personality. I always say to speakers when I'm working with them that who you are behind the words are far more important than the words that you speak. And there's a kindness, there's a caring in your voice when you speak. When we talk on the telephone, I always, after the conversation is ended, I always feel good that we had the conversation. How much is having positive energy and conveying that to a person so that the experience, because it's a selling experience, that they feel good and glad that they had the conversation, because you didn't sell them. People can smell commission breath, that you were interacting with them and you made them feel good.
Very well said. And I basically watch you when you interact with people. And the one thing that you do better than just about anybody, Les, is connect with the person in the first 30 seconds. You actually show them that you care. I've seen you do it with an 8-year-old in Southern California, and I've seen you do it with an 80-year-old in Florida. It is something that actually becomes a habit. And so in my sales process, I make a habit of really letting the person know I do care about what it is you're putting in your body. I care about what it is that you're about to purchase. And my life doesn't depend on you buying one product, but my dash, if you will, between the day you were born and the day you die, my dash does get affected by how many people I can make a positive impact on throughout my life. And that's what drives me.
I want you, ladies and gentlemen, to like this page and share it, like it and share it. And we're talking with Charles Vess. He has a new book, and he has a book that will help you to begin to increase your sales, increase your revenue, impact your bottom line, if that's something that you want to do. But I want you to tell them how they can get your book. Where can they get it from?
Thank you, Les. You know, I've learned a lot of things from you over the last 15 years that we have been connected, when you speak at the Secret Knock and other places with Greg Reed and all. And one of the things I've learned is simply keep it simple. And so I went out and tried to find a domain that would be a great domain to point to my Ninja Sales Secrets book. You think that would be easy to remember, but just in case, you just go to buycharlesbook.com.
Buycharlesbook.com.
Yes, sir. Buycharlesbook.com.
Like
And
that.
by the way, I know you're being an amazing friend, and you're here to help, endorse me and the things that I'm doing. And obviously, you wrote the forward, and that really, it means a lot to me. You're on the back of my cover of the book, but that was, it was based off of the Les Brown I knew 4 or 5 years ago when were going through some challenges, and we didn't know if you were going to be around after
Mhm.
that. And I'm
Yeah.
looking now, and I'm just here to remind you that if Kid Play was 30 years older, you would be a spinning replica of him. I'm not sure about that haircut, but only you could wear one like.
Thank you very kindly.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but you have a product. I have used this product. You sent it to me, and it makes you feel bubbly. It creates uh, focus and mental alertness and energy. Share with them, because you are an entrepreneur extraordinaire, and when you find something that you believe in, you are all in. So tell me, what are you doing now?
Well, I'm so glad you asked that question, Les, because I happen to have a lot of it right here. As you know, I've been in the CBD world for a long time, and I
Yeah.
provided you with behind the curtain, super strong, powerful CBD for the things that you were asking for, and it was my honor to do that. And with that, I gained a reputation of being one of the foremost experts in CBD. And then I found out that one thing that was lacking is a CBD coffee. There's very
Mm.
few people that have made, they have put the two together. And so the question that we answer with this CBD, and by the way, it's just a direct product that you can buy online. This isn't associated with any type of, MLM or network marketing. This is just simply a product that I endorse because it just works and it's delicious. Did you know that Kona coffee is one of the most rare coffees in the world, and it's also one of the most sought out coffees to drink in the world?
Why?
Because it only grows in and I just learned this less, so thanks for asking. It's grown in a 3 by 20 mile area on the island of Kona. That's the only place you can grow these coffee beans. It's very special. It's the right temperature. It's the right amount of water. All these things, and so people are paying just literally more than gold, money for gold. They're paying for Kona coffee beans. And so I was able to connect with the owner of a plantation. I know it's a weird name to say at this time, right? A plantation, but the owner
Yeah.
of a plantation, a coffee bean plantation in Kona. And they asked what would be a way to market it. And I suggested, why not add Kona coffee to amazing CBD? And then you can actually get all of the greatness of Kona coffee, all of the buzz, if you will, without the jitters, because that's what CBD does for, when you add it to something like Kona coffee. So I've sent you some, and what I'm very
Yes,
happy to
you
announce.
sent me some, and you said you sent me 3 bags.
Okay,
Thank
three
you
big
very
bags.
much. Very generous. 3 bags. I didn't get the jitters. I did feel good, and I thank you very much. But if you choose, if the Lord touched you in a special way, that you can send me more than 3 bags. I know one for the Father, one for the Son, and one for the Holy Spirit. But
Wow, I'm supplying the whole Trinity, huh? Okay.
so those are your products there. All right.
Yeah.
How can they order these products that you have?
Yeah, thanks for asking. It's really simple. The product is called Big Up CBD, and here's a simple way to look at it here. Big Up CBD, and you go to bigupcbd.com. I got a 30% special on it right now. I just want to get these bags of coffee, uh, even though people want more than they normally get. I'm going to get these bags of coffee in people's hands. And just so you guys know, I sent Les 3 of these big bags of coffee, and he's already asking for more. I don't think you've had it for more than a week. So I appreciate that.
There are 8 people here in the house, and
Oh,
they all love it as well. So that's why I didn't do it by myself.
well, I am happy and I am absolutely 100% sure that the CEO of Big Up CBD will be easily convinced to send you more coffee than you and your 8 folks around you could possibly drink. And consider that it's on the way for you.
Thank you. Hook a brother up. And so how can they get this coffee?
Yeah, just go to bigupcbd.com
Big
and
up,
Big Up.
BIGUP dot
Yes,
com.
CBD,
Oh,
bigupcbd.com.
bigupcbd.com.
Yes, sir.
Bigupcbd.com.
Yes,
Fantastic.
and they will find it very easy. And I just want to share one thing about what's coming. A lot of people are just now finding out the benefits of CBD. You've known about it for a long time, and I appreciate that. But there is a new product that's coming out, and it's going to be a CBD tea. And that is what a lot of people are asking for. You're going to be one of the first ones to get some samples of it. Hopefully, you have some tea drinkers in your house as well.
We do, yes.
Excellent. And so that's coming out over the next 30 to 60 days. So keep your eyes open for that. And I just want people to enjoy the best of both worlds. Kona coffee, I didn't realize how good it was until I had it, just like you and your family didn't realize how great it tastes.
Right.
And then obviously the world is very excited about CBD. And so let's keep those two together. And I'm very happy to send you more and looking forward to having you give me more forwards to this next book that I'm writing. And I told you about it before, and the book is called Chocolate Cake.
Yeah.
And we talked about that, and I just want you to know that I'm almost done writing it, thanks to you and some of the advice that you give me on writing it. And then the third book that is coming out, just in case we don't talk for a little while less, you'll be proud to know that that book is called You Shall Live. And I bet you know what that's all about.
I love that. Fantastic. I agree with that. Okay, now buycharlesbook.com.
Yes,
And
sir.
and that book is called Ninja Sales Secrets.
Yes.
Buycharlesbook.com. There they can order your book.
Yes, and they get the first 200 folks that order it, and I have about 100 more to go. I just launched it like last week, so the first 200 get an personally autographed copy of the book. Who knows how much my autograph's going to be worth later? Right now, it adds about 10 cents to the value, but in the future, it's going to mean something. So.
Yes.
I'm hoping to see you on a future Zoom or a future stream where we can actually talk about how to communicate to folks in a simple and connected way in sales. And I just love your input. I only came up with 20 of the simple secrets, but I know that if we spend a little time together, Les, we could really encourage folks on really how to connect, not just for sales, because that's the end product, but for just building true associations and relationships that end up with a win-win at the end. And as a matter of fact, since I have you here and I know we only have a couple minutes left, I'd love for you to share what is the secret that you bring to the table in regards to connecting with folks. How is it that you do it so fast, so well? What's going on in your mind when you meet one of 1,000 people at one of your events, or you're speaking on stage and people just think that you're talking right to them? How are you doing that?
You have to be present. Nothing else matters but that person, looking them in the eyes and listening to their conversation. I had an experience where I asked a guy, he was on a tour, and I said, I would love to do what you do. Can I have a word with you? And he looked at me with such disdain and just walked away, didn't say a word. It's been said you can tell a lot about a person's character based upon how they treat someone that they consider insignificant. So I was not known then. But as he walked away, I said to myself, when I make it, I will always be present, make eye contact, and give everybody their moment. And people appreciate that. They appreciate the eye contact. People do not want to be treated like a transaction or just swept aside. They want you to be focused when you're talking to them. And I enjoy people and I enjoy what I do. And they enjoy hearing me laugh and having a good time with them. And I find something about them that I can compliment them on in the conversation. And it really creates a level of bonding and connectedness in the process.
That is such a good insight. I hope that folks that are watching this heard that all of it, but the very last part, that you are searching quickly for something to compliment, a real thing to compliment when you meet someone. And I've seen you do it hundreds of times when folks come in, and I would say that it is natural for you, but it's also a skill that you've developed to
Yes.
be able to spot something in 10 seconds that
Yes.
could compliment. So it doesn't happen right off the bat automatically for everyone, but if you keep practicing, like Les is showing us, that is a way to truly connect. And I don't know how you do it from stage, though. I mean, I know I'm you're interviewing me, but how do you do that from stage, Les?
Well, it's easily, and well, let me just do it now virtually with you. I know you would love to have a flat top with me. However,
I love to have hair.
yeah, that's what I'm talking about. But listen, grass does not grow on a busy street. You've been very busy. And so that is an indication of your genius, my brother.
Mm.
All right.
And that is how Les makes you feel amazing. I already feel amazing. It took like 5 seconds.
Okay. Buy Charles' book.com. Buy Charles' book. Charles Vess. He's an author. Ninja Secrets. The book will help you. There are 50 million people that have lost their jobs who need to know how to sell themselves, to sell their consulting, to sell their products or their ideas. Buy Charles' book, Ninja Sales Secrets. Charles, thank you so much. And once again, how they can get the coffee.
You are such a good salesperson. I know you do it naturally. The way you can get coffee is by simply going to bigupcbd.com. Keep it simple. Charles Book, bigupcbd.com. And Les, thank you again for being so gracious to spend some time with me. I know you have to go, and I know you're being tugged in a lot of directions. But again, anything you need from me, including a lot of coffee on its way, don't hesitate to ask. And John Leslie, thank you for setting this up as well. I've met most of your family. You guys are really making a difference in the world, and now it's multiplying. So congratulations on your children and what they're doing too.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
All right. Thank you, guys. We'll see you soon.
All right. Take care. Bye for now.
All right. If I get my mouse to go over here, we'll actually hit the end of the broadcast. And there we go. All right.